tonight, but I understand, for the folks that want to watch baseball and eat hot dogs, right? That's what everyone seems to do on Memorial Day. But I'm glad to be back. I know we took last week off, but I didn't want to take 2 weeks off in a row. So thought we would go to it with our normal routine tonight, and we are going to cover finding and organizing coupons. So finding more coupons, finding coupons that are for the brands that you're wanting to use, whatever you're looking for, how to go about finding more of them, and then how to organize them. So hopefully for some of you, this will be old hat, but for some of you, maybe you're going to learn some tips that will help to speed things up for you, make this a little less stressful. That's really my goal, because honestly, if you are going about this the right way, couponing should take you, maybe an hour max to get together for a really huge trip. But that hour is probably going to save you $120, $150. That's a normal trip for me. So if I'm spending 45 minutes getting ready to go to the store, it's going to totally pay off once we hit the register in the store. So that's the goal. As we go through tonight, we hit all of the ways to save. Hopefully you will see that as we definitely make this easier for you. That's the goal. So let's dive in. How do we go about finding all of the coupons that we possibly can? So to start with, easiest thing that's out there is definitely to use the coupon database that is on Southern Savers. So I can stick this in the comments for you guys, but if you head to Southern Savers, this is right at the top of the site. You will see a button that says coupon database. That's all I did. I just clicked on the button. If you are on our mobile, if you're using the Southern Savers from just going straight to the web, or you're using the Southern Savers app, database is there too. So how does this come in handy for you? No matter what you're wanting, search for it. It's funny that it's coming down with things that I guess I've searched recently. If you want peanut butter, I don't even know that there are any peanut butter coupons right now, but search for it and you're going to see anything that has the word peanut butter in it. Now, obviously it's not everything that you might want, but hey, look, there's Jif peanut butter. We've got powdered peanut butter. You can just see every single coupon that's there. Most of the time folks are more specific. So they go for Tide, or I want Tide detergent. And all of a sudden, it's going to keep changing as you type, and you're going to see every single coupon. Now, notice this is a lot of results. So some of what it returns, and I know if you're watching on your phone, this is really hard to see, but when you go to the database, it's going to make a little bit more sense to you. But some of what it returns is insert coupons. So you see PG 526. That is a Procter & Gamble insert from May 26. That's what that date means. Some of them say printable. Then you can click on that, and my goal is to get you as close as I possibly can to that coupon. And some are going to say e-coupon. So this is a Walgreens digital coupon. So we've got a lot of different types of coupons in the database. And guys, you may not have looked recently, but we added this within the last year. You can actually just filter based on one type. Let's say you don't get the insert. You only want to deal with mobile offers. Then I could do that. You're not going to find anything for Tide, but let's say I wanted to go and search for pasta. I can search just for e-coupons. I can search just for insert coupons. You get the idea. So we've got a lot of options there for you to be able to narrow down specifically what you were looking for by the type if you wanted. I just leave it at all. Much easier for me. Just leave it at all. But definitely start here. So hands down, always start at the database when you're searching. Now, I can't say that, obviously we're always adding new coupons to the database. So, to say that every coupon that is there is going to be in there wouldn't be very accurate, but our goal is to have as many as possible. Right now, there are thousands in the database. Let's see if it'll give me the full number. Usually it's at the bottom. Let's see. Oh, and it's like 7,000 coupons right now that are in the database. So it isn't everything. So where do we go next? If there is something you're really, really looking for, the database does not turn up any results. There's not a digital, there's not a printable. The next place that I would head to is the brand's website. So if you have, I've got my sparkling water here. Let's say you decide to try a new brand. No coupons are coming up for Waterloo sparkling water. Go to their website, go to their Facebook page. If this is a brand that you absolutely love, and guys, I'm not really brand loyal to my sparkling water, by the way, but if you were, that's your best bet on finding coupons specific for a brand. Direct to the website and then looking on their Facebook page. Third option, direct to the brand, is if you have the option to sign up for an email newsletter or some sort of way to stay in contact with the brand. Because many, many brands do send emails with offers, but they only release those offers to people who get the email. So an example, Dixie Paper Goods. We also see this from all of the, what is the name? General Paper? I don't think that's the name. I'm getting like the cereal mixed in with the paper company, but Quilted Northern and the folks that make all of those brands, they send coupons regularly through email only. Colgate even has been sending coupons specific to your email, $2 off coupons. They're not releasing these on their Facebook pages. They're not releasing them on their websites. It's directly to their email. So here's a really big tip for you. If you haven't already done this, I would recommend that you get an email account just for couponing. So don't sit there and, kill your personal inbox with every email ever from every company that you've ever purchased from. Instead, get a specific email account. I want you to check it. It's going to have coupons in it, but this way, definitely not your work email address. That would be a bad call, but let it all go there so that you are not getting really, really overwhelmed with a ton of email flooding your inbox from all of these different brands. But you are going to get some really good offers. So another one that I hope you have long signed up for, but if you have not, it's like a must do, and that is Kellogg's Family Rewards. So Kellogg's Family Rewards, and Georgia Pacific is the name of the paper goods company. Thank you, husband. Sorry. The one you have to sign up for, Kellogg's Family Rewards. If you have not already done that, I don't care if you never enter a single code or earn points for Kellogg's Family Rewards. Signing up for their program, they will send you emails. They send emails at least once a week with a lot of good coupons in them, and they're all specific to you. Meaning, once you print it, if you got a coupon from Kellogg's and you thought, I'm going to forward this to, my friend Susie, I can't. If I've already printed them, then when she opens the email that you forward to her, they won't print for her. So no point in forwarding your email from Kellogg's Family Rewards. You just need to be okay with whatever whatever they sent. I'm trying to pull up one of their most recent emails to show you. My last one that I opened was, I think, $1 off 2 Eggo waffles, which we don't normally purchase, but if you're going to send me coupons, I'll start to watch for deals. I'm fine with that. So keeping them in your inbox, printing them when you want them even, because those printable links for Kellogg's, they don't expire for a while. So sometimes I don't even open them until I'm starting to go to the store and I think, maybe there's a coupon in a past email. Let me dig and see what I can find. But you want to get signed up for those. So that's just one of many, but that one's a really, really good one. Dixie Crystal Sugar is another company. Now, one more way for you here, guys. So, and we're still kind of on the finding coupons that are brand specific. So, this may be, for some of you, you've already done all of these tips, but for some of you, maybe not. So another one, again, if you have a brand that you absolutely love, and I'm hoping these guys aren't going to, make me out to be wrong on this very first one. Oh yeah. Every single product that you grab has a phone number on it. So if you aren't getting anywhere, if you absolutely love a brand, and by the way, this is just sparkling water, so I'm not this isn't product placement or anything. It's good, but I haven't called them. But if you love a company, call them. If I'm not finding anything on their website, I'm not finding anything on their Facebook page, send them a Facebook message or call them. Every product that you pick up is going to have a phone number on it. It is not hard to figure out how to contact these people and tell them, you know what, I love your product. Would you send me coupons? You'll be surprised how many of them say yes. I had someone send me an email. This was a couple of years ago now, but she had called Gwaltney. So Gwaltney makes the super cheap hot dogs and like bologna, I guess. I don't know what else they make. But she called them and she said, you know, I love your products. I don't ever see coupons on it. Can you send me some? They sent her 40 coupons for $1 off Gwaltney hot dogs. Guys, they don't even cost $1. So she had basically 2 years worth of free hot dogs just for calling them. Now you're all probably going to go call them tomorrow. I can't guarantee that they'll still do that. But that was pretty awesome. And just to get that response back. So call them. The number is on everything that you're going to grab. You know, just look for it. Tell them that you love it. Or call them and tell them that you hate it. You know, whatever way you want to go. One that I remember vividly for our family, we opened up a package of Pillsbury toaster strudels. This also was a few years ago. We had all the strudels, but we had no frosting packets. And that is a massive travesty to my children. So it took 2 minutes to call Pillsbury and say, hey, we got a package of toaster strudels, but no frosting. And they sent coupons for, it was at least 6 coupons for completely free any Pillsbury product. Okay, I'm happy with the lack of frosting, not a problem. But it only took a minute to make the phone call, and they definitely make it right. So whether it is I love your product and I want more coupons, or I'm really not happy, they tend to only respond with one answer. Here's coupons. So it's a good way to find some more. If you had a few extra minutes and a brand that you absolutely loved, or a brand that you really needed to save money on, you know, something that you're regularly purchasing and would be great to have coupons, call them. You know, it is an excellent way for all of us. Okay. So sorry, I'm a little behind on everyone's questions. I just kind of jumped right in there. So let me see if I can back up and get caught up on questions. And with, let's see. So Carrie says, is Kroger no longer doing their free Fridays anymore? I've only seen one in the past several weeks. So Carrie, they are kind of phasing them out. I think we've maybe seen one a month here in the last few months. And I would suspect that that's going to get even more few and far between. I kind of expected one this past Friday for a holiday weekend, and there was nothing. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see. And I think that part of it is that they're trying to get people out of the habit of looking for them. So more of a just on a whim when they have one lined up, but not on any kind of regular pattern. And then Carrie's also asking in the app, good question, Carrie. I don't ever narrow down the database in the app, but it probably may not be available on the database side in the mobile app. So I can share my mobile app with you. And I'm always on slow internet when I have it hooked up to so filter by coupon type is there. So you can go straight to the kind of offer that you're wanting, even on the mobile side. So I just come in and start typing away and don't even look at the drop downs. It's sad that I have to go and pull it up to tell you the answer. Oh, and William's saying, where did I get my Waterloo? This was a Kroger deal a few weeks ago that was part of a Kroger mega event, and I was in a crisis. We're running low on sparkling water, so we just happened to be in the store. But I can pretty much always tell you where the deals are because, this is a small addiction in my book. And Bubbly is BOGO at Publix starting on Wednesday, so I will be stocking up. But if you've got to be addicted to something, water isn't really a bad one, I personally feel. Wendy, I am with you. So Wendy says, is it normal to get couponing burnout? Yes, it is. So there's a point, and I think everyone hits it, where you start to realize, you know what, I'm really stocked and I don't need all of these things. I don't need to go to the store for everything. So what I would recommend, Wendy, if you've hit that, and which is kind of almost feels like a wall, you're like, I don't even want to mess with it, is you don't want to give up. Maybe you set the stack of coupons to the side and you say, you know what, we'll come back to the coupons in a bit, but we're going to just keep shopping the sales. Or challenge yourself in a different way for a month. And the summer is a great time to do that because we don't see the sales in the grocery store tend to they feel like they dwindle off in the summer a little bit. So a perfect thing to do during the summer to challenge yourself is to do an eat out of the pantry or eat out of the freezer. Almost see how long you can do it. Can I go a month with just heading into the store to get bread and milk? Can I go, how long can we make it? So we've almost been doing that, not by plan, but just from heading to the beach last week and getting back in the swing of things. I haven't done a large grocery shopping trip in a couple of weeks now. Last week at the beach, I went in and bought a thing of ice cream sandwiches and a watermelon. That was it for a whole week. It's pretty sweet. But we had so much that we'd stocked up on and tucked away that we took all our food with us. So I would challenge you to do that, Wendy. Maybe no couponing for 2 or 3 weeks and try hard to get creative with meal planning and seeing from my stockpile how long can we make it before having to go back in the store. So it gives you another challenge and kind of adds some fun to it, but it also helps you to step away from the coupons for a bit if they have gotten a little too much or a little too time consuming. Let's see. Len is asking, in terms of a printer, any suggestions, or what can you do if you don't have a printer? I'm seeing multiple comments there. So Paul and Len, in terms of the printer side, we've seen some deals. There was a really good deal last week in Office Depot and on Amazon. I can go hunting tonight and see if it's back on sale. I know I've already checked Office Depot, not on sale there, but I'll check around and see what else I can find. You want to watch for a Brother printer. Brother makes a laser black and white printer. It is usually like $89 to $99 depending on the model you get, and comes with toner that will last for almost half a year, probably. Print about 700 sheets, which is a lot of coupons. But then replacement toner, off-brand replacement toner, is maybe $12 and will last an entire year. Hands down, it is definitely cheaper than continuing to replace ink in an inkjet. So making that switch becomes a much more long-term, going to stick you in a good spot in terms of savings. Now, if you don't have a printer and a printer is not in the budget whatsoever, then I would recommend heading to a public library. You can print coupons from a public library. Just keep in mind that if anyone else has already been there and has already printed those printables, then you are not going to be able to print them. So in other words, I'm looking around to try to see, this is one I was cleaning out my stash and I didn't use it, but it's okay. We had a ton of sunscreen last week. So this was a $4 off Aveeno. It's expired now. But if you wanted to print this, odds are when you hit the library, someone else would have already printed it. And I wouldn't be able to get it. So that's the only downside with the public library. If there are some really, really good offers, you may find that they're not there when you go to print them. But I would definitely start there. It's better than not having any printables at all to head in and see what you could print from the library. So Miss J is saying, what's new with coupons.com? I haven't printed coupons from them in a while and knew they were going to require a sign up through a phone number. So they are, and they pushed this out a couple of years ago, but they never required it from everybody. I think that recently they have switched to requiring that phone number to be able to print. So if you haven't done that already, it's only one time with coupons.com. You print and, you enter your phone number, you register one time, get a text message, and you won't have to do that again. One tip though, is that if you're going to print from your phone, you're going to print from your computer, that you register with different phone numbers on each device that you plan to use. So if I plan to use my husband's computer to print coupons, then I want to register his computer with his phone number because it's going to make it all one big account if you use the same phone number on every single device. So just a little personal tip on that one. Let's see. Sorry. So what's the name of the app that we were showing? It is, Sissy, it is the Southern Savers app that I had up earlier, is the database. So if you download the Southern Savers app from the iTunes Store or Google Play, and then just head to the database right there in the middle. You can also get there, though, just directly going to Southern Savers from the web on your phone. So you don't have to have the app. It's just making it a little bit more easier to use on your phone instead of going directly to the web. Okay, let's jump back in terms of more places to look. So I showed you the database. That is on Southern Savers that we had up earlier. And we mentioned a lot of emails to sign up for, calling companies, and the fact that phone numbers are on the backs of every single product. Another place to look is definitely signing up for your store and getting their sign up basically to get their weekly ad in your mailbox. So I actually had someone send me this as a question last week, and that was, I don't get the Sunday paper or the Wednesday paper, but I want the Publix weekly ads. So if you call Publix and Kroger, CVS, and you tell them that, hey, I don't get the Wednesday paper, but I want your weekly ad. Most of your local grocery stores have a mailer program, and they mail out their weekly ads. So I get Bilo's ad in my mailbox actually Tuesday before the ad starts on Wednesday. We get the CVS ad for next week in the mailbox. I think it's Friday or Saturday before it starts on Sunday. That's just from calling the stores. The reason to do that, though, is that when they send other things like coupon mailers, and CVS does send a number of them, you're on the list. You already get the weekly ad. You are going to be on the list to get the coupons that they send. So this is Kroger. Kroger sends these out regularly to folks who shop there, and they always are different. They're supposed to be personalized for you. I think I showed you guys these the last time we were on a call because they had just come in the mail. But it's whatever happens to show up, I will gladly accept it. I rarely shop at Kroger, but I am on their mailing list just because we took the time to call. It's the easiest way to do it. You can also set up an account on each of these stores' websites. So a My Kroger account, a My CVS account, by logging into their website and giving them your mailing address as well. But that is going to get you some store-specific coupons. Though a number of these are manufacturers, the free ones that they always send are always store. The rest are manufacturers. So let me hit that really quick. How do I tell the difference? So how do I know that some of these are manufacturer and some of them are store? The easiest way to do that is the barcode. So store barcodes. Notice that this guy, he kind of looks like a really old barcode. And if anything, he looks a lot like a UPC symbol. That is what the old barcodes look like. They were one layer. There is not a store out there that has moved from this format. So all store-specific coupons that have a barcode, because Publix doesn't have a barcode, but every store that does have a barcode has this type. It's one layer, looks kind of basic. Every manufacturer's coupon is dual layer. So this is called a data bar. We switched to this probably almost 3 or 4 years ago now. The years blend together in couponing land. But this is a manufacturer's coupon. There is not a store coupon out that looks like this. So when you see this, even if I haven't read the fine print, which if I do says manufacturer's coupon right at the top, I don't even need to. Just looking at the barcode, I can tell instantly what kind of coupon I have. And look, there's another store one. This one, you can't even see what the product is, but when I flip it over, it's actually a Kroger house brand product. So it obviously can't have a manufacturer's coupon for it. It's a house brand. But hopefully that helps you be able to spot them quickly. It's just to look at the complexity of that barcode. So if it's 2 layers, it's a manufacturer's. If it's single layer, it's a store coupon. Or, just to explain what I meant here for a second, Publix, no barcode whatsoever. So anytime you find a Publix store coupon, it just has this little LU number on it. It is a store coupon. And most of our Publix store coupons are in the purple and green flyers that we find in our Sunday paper, or you find them right as you walk in the front door of your store with the weekly ad. So it gives you an idea of how to tell them apart, because we want store coupons. Store coupons are pretty awesome. If I have to go back here and show you these again, This guy, if I walk in, I'm not going to go to Kroger and use these, by the way. I'm going to turn around and use them in Publix. But if I have this guy right here for a free Cascadian Farms granola, and I use this in Publix as a competitor coupon, I can still use manufacturer's coupon with that. It is a store coupon. And anytime you find a store coupon, the first thing you should be doing is looking for a manufacturer's coupon to go with it, because you're going to have a much better deal. So just try to always remember that. If I have a store coupon, always get a manufacturer's coupon to go with it. So to kind of emphasize that a bit, I want to show you one other thing, and that is using the lists that are on Southern Savers. It surprises me how many times we do our Q&A and folks that really don't ever use Southern Savers are watching, which is great. I'm glad to help everybody, but they'll always ask, how do you do the matchups? Guys, this is what I do. So if you go to Southern Savers, you can pull up a number of stores, and you will find what is on sale for that store right there. What's on sale plus all the coupons that go with that sale. And one thing to mention here, because we're talking about store and manufacturer's coupons, is that if you see this blue S, that means it's a store coupon. And again, our first thought should be, let me find a manufacturer's coupon to go with it. Doesn't mean it always happens. So Sabre Hummus, there is no manufacturer's coupon to go with it. But sometimes it does. So, and I'm just scrolling down to see if we have any examples. Here we go. So right now, and this was a deal that ended last Friday, but still to show you kind of what it looks like, Ronzoni pasta. We had a store coupon and a manufacturer's coupon. I can't use both of, they're not even for the same product, but just to kind of show you what those would look like, we have a blue and a red. Just using the store coupon completely made the pasta free. So that's the goal here. If you've never used the list on Southern Savers, you can actually just sit here and check boxes. And at the very bottom of the list, I can add all of this to a shopping list and then print my shopping list with all my coupons ready and head to the store. So the goal is to make this as easy as possible. Now, I want to show you guys something else that you may or may not have stumbled upon, and this is kind of new. We just rolled this out in the last few months, and I haven't even mentioned it to you guys yet on a Q&A, but I do have a number of folks that always say, you know, how could I make a list for a store that you don't cover? So this is now a part of the site. If you're up at the top, you'll see Public List Maker or Public Lists as the option, and that is for you to make your own list because and I'm going to flip back for a second, but this system is really a back-end system that I sit there and create the list, and then you're looking at the front-end version, but you can actually make your own. So let's say we want to go to Giants, and we want to make an ad for, we want to make a list for Giants. You can do that. You can sit here and enter items, and then once you're done entering your items, and I'm just kind of making things up just to show you how it works, you can add it, and I can even find coupons for it. And I'm going to match things that don't go, so don't yell at me here, but just to show you the gist, I can sit here and match in some items to that deal. I can even kind of move on, put in a final price of how much it's going to cost after the coupons if I want. And then when I'm all done, I've added all the products that I want, I can click create a printable list and it'll all pull to a shopping list. So this is brand new. I would love to hear your feedback on it. So if you decide to play with this and decide to try it out, and I'll stick the link directly to this in the comments as well. But if you try it out, you do have to be logged in if you've never logged into Southern Savers to be able to make a list because it's going to want to save it for you. But I'd love your feedback. So we just built it and it probably could use some cleaning up. Haven't really released it to anybody else. But you can sit there and basically make your very own shopping list and coupon it right there every single time. So hopefully that will save you some time too. I know there are folks who don't necessarily want to focus only on the sale items. You want to focus on things that you need. Well, then you could do that. You could sit here and just go solely through what you needed and make a shopping list for those items too. Okay, so to jump back in, did CVS change their coupon policy? I bought diapers last week, 2 for $20. I tried to use a 5 off 20 purchase and 3 off 15, and the register would not stack them. They have not changed their coupon policy, Carrie. What I do know, I have heard from a lot of folks that if you are using paper CVS store coupons, that they do not stack well anymore at all. It's the folks that are paperless that the system is still automatically stacking them if you have them saved paperless, so they're just digital and they're saved to your card. So I don't know which way you are, but if you are digital and they still didn't work, then let me know and I'll try it out this week and see what I can find too. And William is chiming in too. So the Publix ones that I held up, thanks for reminding me, William, all of these that you find in the flyers, you can also print. So if you go to Publix's website, you can print them. They're also in the database. So the database that I showed you just a bit ago, if we pull up and actually type in any of these offers, so we go Ziploc, you'll find them. Here we go. So you'll find that this $1.50 off Ziploc is in the database and says Publix coupon health and beauty flyer or printable. If you click on the printable link, then it is going to get you pretty close. It's going to take you to this flyer, and you're going to need to just thumb through on the flyer to find the page that had the Ziploc coupon. But it's going to get you to the right flyer. It takes a lot more work to get you to each and every single page on the right offer. So at least you're to the right flyer. So you can do that. You click on printable and you're right there as close as I can get you. And then on this one, we even have a Ziploc manufacturer that we could also print. So you could print the store coupon and then you could print the manufacturer's coupon, and you're going to have a pretty fun deal pairing those two together. So thank you, William, for reminding me that they were printable. Let's see. So Hilda says, on the links for CVS deals, I found coupons for store brand printables. Are these on their sites as well? I haven't found them yet. So with CVS does have printables for, let me just use the database for this, for their gold emblem products. So if you are, it'll take you to CVS's printable page for printable coupons. And they kind of come and go. So if you are on their site and you're not seeing gold emblem right now, so I don't see them right now, we can always take them out and put them back in. We kind of see them for a couple of days and then they disappear. But what you can do, if you've never done this before, if you are hunting and you find a coupon that's not there, there's a little like stop sign over here, and you can actually say it's not there. So I'm not seeing it, and that would be print limit reached. We can mark it like that. My mama's not going to like me because my mama's job is to go through and fix all of those. So we can just sit here and hit all this. Don't be mean to her. Be nice to my mama. But that is a way that very easily then on the back end, we can come in and take those out. So if you do spot those and you're in the database and you click through and it's not showing up, definitely tell me so that it will not frustrate you again and it won't frustrate other people too. And then you guys are asking about the new public list feature. I don't think that we have put it in the app yet. We were still adding it around, but let me see. We were just kind of playing with things and kind of wanting folks to test it out and give us some feedback before we took it further. But let me see. I'm just looking. I don't think it is anywhere. So I'll... if y'all are ready for it, unless someone sends me something this week and says, woo, that new feature is just totally messed up, Jenny, I'll go ahead and get our developer to put it, a link to it to where you can access it from the app this week. So, give me a heads up, though, if something really, really doesn't work. I've played with it, but since every store that I want to go to is already covered on Southern Savers, I don't tend to make my own random list. I've already taken the time to make all the others. So I need you guys to play with it and tell me what you think. But please, it's right there. So, and again, if you're jumping in and you don't know what we're talking about, this is a new feature that we just rolled out within the last really couple months, and I am sharing with you guys for the first time. So I stuck a link to that in the comments earlier, and you can head straight there. You'll also find it across the top of the site when you're logged in. It'll be up here in this bar, and you'll see public lists, and you can create your own shopping list and kind of be good. You can remove it if you aren't happy with it, and then you can jump back and make more. So you can keep going. It will save them. So if you want to delete them later, you can do that too. And Sarah's asking a good question. So, in terms of couponing and saving money, how much do I feed my family? And so, Sarah, I have 5 kids and a husband, and we won't even count farm animals because it's kind of hard to coupon for horses, though there is a deal. So if you have horses, you should send me a Facebook message because I'll hook you up on a deal there. But for us, we try to live on about $75 a week for all of our grocery items. Not included in that is $25 that I spend on produce every other week. So we are part of a produce co-op. And I shared that in a Facebook Live a week ago. So you can jump back into our Facebook Live videos and you can see how our produce co-op works. But we spend $25 every other week for a massively full laundry basket of produce. And that's the only produce that we buy. And then all of the rest, grocery store wise, is about $75 a week for meat and everything else that we would grab. So there we go. So my husband's giving you the hint for those of you on the Facebook side in the comments. But yes, horse food. There's a BOGO horse food coupon deal that we have totally enjoyed. And horses are not cheap. So if you have them, you need to figure out how to save. Does that count? My husband's coffee. So, he, for a long time, roasted his own beans, and he hasn't here recently. He has some green beans that he needs to go out there and roast, but he has been happy with the things that I've been grabbing him from the grocery store. So, I won't even name the brands because I'm still a little shocked that he is drinking it. But I always would have pegged him as a coffee snob, but here lately he has been content with the deals that I've been finding. So it does count his coffee. But it probably also helps that in my going keto that I've dropped my orange juice habit completely. So, dieting can save you money. How's that? Okay. So to jump back in, we've talked a ton on finding coupons. The database is definitely your go-to. Facebook pages, brand websites, brand emails, calling brands, all of those things, huge ways. In all of that, not even really getting into the number that are available for your phone. So any of those mobile app offers, keep in mind, they're in the database. So if you're using the coupon database on Southern Savers, it's going to tell you if there's an Ibotta offer, if there's a Saving Star offer. So if you see mobile app, that's what we're talking about here. If you're brand new, just so you know, there are some apps that are going to come in handy, and we just did our Q&A on that. The last Q&A. So both YouTube and Facebook, it's one of the most recent videos if you're curious what those apps are, but they're all in the database. So start there. Now, the database can't always know every mobile app. Believe me, we spend eons trying to keep up with them all. So I will say one way to try to stay up on making sure you're not missing anything is scanning the barcodes of products in your app. Let me see if I can make this work. Sometimes it doesn't want to connect when I am, there we go. So one tip here, and most of the mobile apps have this feature. Target even has the feature with their coupons. And that is up in the top of the search bar, you can see the barcode scanner. And I can turn on the barcode scanner and I can search just by the barcode. Let's see, come on. And now it's not. Scan by barcode. So I don't think there are any offers here, but it's the only barcode I have. So we're going to keep using our Waterloo as an example. I don't know that it's going to like how shiny it is. So you can see it's searching. It didn't find anything for the Waterloo, but it gives you the idea of how it's going to work. Use the barcode scanner. We try really hard to stay up on all of the offers, but even Ibotta's the biggest. You're probably talking about 700 different offers. So it's a little impossible for me to catch every single one of them all the time. That's your way to make sure when you're in the store that you're not missing anything. So always scan the barcodes. Takes a second and you're good to go. Laura, I don't think that CVS has a barcode scanner yet, but they did just roll out a new version of the CVS app, and it does now, I don't want to give you feedback. It does now have the ability to search for products and have coupons pull up if they are available. Walgreens does have the ability, oh, it does, I take that back. So we do have a barcode scanner now, even in CVS. Walgreens has a barcode scanner, so we're going to keep going with the one barcode we've got. I don't think it helps. Ooh, I'm pouring water. Ooh, that's bad. We're going to stop. No more water on the computer. But you get the idea. So CVS has a barcode scanner. Kroger has a barcode scanner. It's super, super fast on finding any offers that you're needing while you're in the store. Target as well. So kind of think about what store am I in, use their app, and then also checking your Ibotta really quick before you check out. You could do every couponing app if you wanted to, but I think you're going to be in the store for ages and you're going to stress out. So what I would recommend is you just check the store, make sure I didn't miss any store coupons, and I check Ibotta, and then we're good, and we head out the door. The other ones are much smaller in terms of the number of offers, so it's not going to come down to saving you a massive extra bit because you checked checkout 51 that had maybe 50 offers. Ibotta having hundreds of them. That's where the barcode scanner is going to come into play. Oh goodness. So Melissa says, I just got a new printer, and when I try and print from coupons.com, it acts like it's starting to print and then resets itself and stops. Any clue why? Don't. But what I would recommend, Melissa, if you use Chrome as your web browser, Chrome will pull up a print preview and will actually give you the ability to print it to a PDF. So if you keep losing coupons because it's not connecting to the printer correctly, just print them to a PDF and then open the PDF and print it. Now you can still only print it one time, or else you've made a copy. So, just to hit on that one, every coupon is unique, and the biggest unique part is this barcode right here. So if I printed this to a PDF and then I printed multiple of it, this barcode is going to be the same on every single one of them. I don't want them to be the same because this barcode is what they use at the clearinghouse when the coupon is processed. So we want every single coupon to be different, meaning if I want more than one of this, I got to go through that process and make another PDF from the main coupons.com page. But by saving it to a PDF and then printing, if the printer keeps screwing up, you have the PDF copy and you can keep trying to print it until it works and you didn't lose your coupons. So I would do that for right now anyway. So Chrome, I know, always gives you that option, and it is definitely the way to go for just saving yourself some frustration on printing. Let's see. To jump back in, we haven't talked organization at all. We've talked about a lot of offers. So I do want to share what I do. I know for some of you, this is old news, and this always brings on the same question every time I show you this. So these are my inserts. These are what came in the mail recently. I haven't even opened them. We're still, doing laundry. That's part of coming home from vacation. So inserts come in the mail. I do not get my local paper. So just to hit on that super fast, part of that's because I want multiples. So I get a set of 4 of whatever was in the paper. This was the insert actually that came while we were gone. So this is 5/19 inserts. And in case you're curious, they're really, really tiny on this spine. So save yourself some frustration and just write them really big on the front. So I order my inserts. There's a lot of places that you can do that from. I use SundayCouponInserts.com, but there are other places. So this is not to save money. It's the same price as getting the local paper. It is to save time and frustration because my local paper rarely shows up. And we, I think, have a unspoken war currently is what we're in the middle of with our paper guy. I don't know. But so the date gets written on the front, and then all of these from one Sunday are going to get put in a hanging file folder is what I currently use together. So I keep, let me see if I can hold this up for you guys. In our hanging file folder, I keep 12 pockets, 12 folders, and all I need to do is each week come in, grab the oldest one, which is always in the front, pull it out. I'm going to throw away these inserts, or you can send them overseas to the troops. If you did not know that, coupons that are expired for you, they can use up to 6 months past their expiration date on deployed bases, not U.S. soil. So you can Google coupons for the troops. So this is 210 inserts. These are coming out, and 519 and really 526 are going in. So they go in their folder and they go to the back of the file folder, and I'm done. I've organized all my Sunday coupons. So for me, when my shopping list tells me, so I come and I've made my shopping list on Southern Savers, and when the coupons listed underneath say to find the SS from 519, then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to pull out the Smart Source insert, that's SS, and I'm going to cut just what that shopping list told me to cut. So I'm not going to sit down and struggle with coupons that I don't need, cutting them, organizing them, keeping up. I'm just going to deal with them when they show up on the shopping list and not a moment sooner. So that is how I organize in a nutshell. So they're in the folder and they're put in the back. And one little tip, since I already have the database up, that folks always ask whenever I show this, someone always comes back and asks the next, within another week, how to do this again. But that insert that I just pulled out, so I have 210 that just came out. All I need to do here is put in SS. I'm starting to type it to you guys on the Facebook side. So SS 0210. And what it returns, so these offers that it has returned are the only offers that are still good in these inserts for the Smart Source. So the Splendid Naturals, the Carousel, the Splendid Naturals is probably the only thing that I would end up using. So I would go through, make sure that I didn't already use them, cut them if I haven't, but the rest I'm ready to get rid of. And then you want to check the same for your Retail Me Not. So take out your SS and put in your RMN. And so Retail Me Not side, we've got a few more that are still good, not really any that I would use. Then I am good to say these can go on to another section. Does our region get the Tide coupons? You know what? I only brought in that one folder, but yes, I'm pretty sure mine did with ordering them. I did get the P&G coupons in, or the Tide coupons in our P&G insert. So hopefully that helps answer your question. And then Leah, if you're not seeing the video, I know you probably won't hear me say this, but sometimes just refreshing your browser makes it kick back in because it hasn't told me that it has kicked off for any reason. So hopefully we're still around and you can see everything. Oh yeah, so I can do that. So Jay's asking, can I show you a sample of printing in Chrome? So yes, let me pop over to coupons.com really quick and then watch it not want to work while we're live, but I will try to show you what I mean. Make it a little smaller actually. Got it super zoomed in. Back to regular size. So always print in threes. If you have not learned that by now, always print in threes. It's you'll be very frustrated. So we're going to go for 6 here just to explain the deal. If you do not pick them in threes, I have gotten some folks that have sent me very mean messages thinking that I'm doing it. I have nothing to do with coupons.com other than just we offer them on Southern Savers. But if you don't print them in threes, they will put in a third coupon. They think that you're happy with that because they're saving your paper, but they're not going to pick something you want. So always print your coupons in multiples of 3. And you can go big. You can get 27 if you want, but stick with multiples of 3 or else you're going to end up with a Poise coupon. So here's the screen that pops up. And from this screen, I got to get rid of some boxes that are hiding things. I want to switch to destination and save as a PDF. So once I click save as a PDF, it switches actually to color because it knows I don't have a color printer. And then I can hit save. It's going to pull up a box for me to name it. And I'll say, so that I'll have some clue and hit save. So these coupons are now saved as a PDF, and then I can pull them up and I can print them one time. Don't print them again or you're making copies, but hopefully that helps to kind of see what you're looking for. So this is on Chrome. I've also usually get that box to pop up on Firefox as well, but Chrome is kind of my go-to for printing. So hopefully that helps if you're having issues to see it and to see how that works. Let's see. So, I saw a question and now I don't see it again. Sharon says, your paper for the Atlanta Journal has not had the PNG. So Atlanta Journal took the PNG and the Retail Me Nots out of the newspaper almost a year and a half ago now. Because of that, a lot of folks in the Atlanta area now just order inserts online. They've given up on getting good inserts locally because they're not in the paper. Now, they did say that they would start to mail them out to people. So you could go and make sure through, I think it's brandsaver.com, and their website is unique for me. It won't always pull up. But if you pull up the PNG website, so it did pull up today. Since I said that, I guess they were feeling like they needed to be nice to me. But you can pull up PNG every day. You can log in and create an account. And with their account, you do have a way to sign up to get the coupons in your newspaper. In your mail if you're not getting them in your newspaper. So try that if you're in the Atlanta area. Or some areas in South Florida also lost their PNG inserts. So if you're in an area that no longer has it in the mail or in the paper, you can get it in the mail through signing up. So do that through their website. And Retail Me Not also has that ability. They should be coming in your mailbox. If they're not, then it's just going to be ordering them online and having them sent to you like we are from somewhere else. So that's not the reason that I order. I really order because my local paper is hit and miss on even coming to my driveway, but you can order for lots of other reasons too. And Ms. J, I am on a Mac, so I am a Mac girl, if that helps as you're trying to print. Okay. Oh, and you're saying you don't get the pop-up screen at all. I can try to play around with it and see what it may be. What I would first try is making sure that you have a current version of Chrome. So you can go up to Chrome in the top corner and go to About Chrome and see if it needs to be updated. But maybe that would be it. If you're not at all on Chrome, then maybe try Firefox and see if that would give you the pop-up box as well. So this Jennifer's asking again on the inserts. The subscription that I order is a 4-pack, meaning, so let me pull this back out again, meaning that I get 4 of each insert that was in that week's paper. So this is from 2 weeks ago, but I have 4 Smart Source, same exact inserts, and 4 of the Retail Me Nots. And by the way, my mom wanted me to mention this. So the Retail Me Nots lately are kind of hidden, and they look like they are a Family Dollar insert. Family Dollar has taken over the front page, but don't just sit there and think that's a Family Dollar ad. You would be missing out on coupons behind it. So definitely, if you see that Family Dollar, and really what you're looking for is the tiny little Retail Me Not at the top, don't miss it so that you have your coupons for the day. Now, with this, Jennifer, you were asking, you don't know what to order. I don't think that everybody needs 4. We are a big family. There are 7 of us. So having 4 sets of inserts, it kind of comes out perfect. It's about what we need to get through. Keep in mind that the items that we see on sale each week are going to come on sale every 6 weeks. So I don't need 92 of anything. I just need enough for 6 weeks. And this is a really big soapbox for me. And I see so many people share their stockpiles and the fact that they don't park in their garage because there's 72 bottles of Tide detergent right next to 42 bottles of Gain detergent. And that's great. But you only need enough for 6 weeks. So I only need enough coupons for 6 weeks. And 4 is plenty for us. I would say for a lot of folks that have a smaller family, 2 is plenty for you. One perk of going with more, though, is that you do get faster shipping. So with Sunday coupon inserts in particular, and there are other companies, guys, it's just the one that I use. But for them, if you order 4 or more, it comes priority mail. So I end up getting this in my mailbox every Monday, where they would have been in the driveway on Sunday. So I'm really not behind. I'm not going to go shopping on Sunday anyway. I've got my coupons and I'm good to go when I would normally hit the store. So that's the perk of going with 4. If you don't need 4 though, maybe you find a friend and you split that. So you get an order of 4, you split the shipping, you split all of it, and you take 2 and she takes 2. And that might be the perfect amount for you as well. So hopefully that would help. And Carrie says, how many would I order for a family of 5? Carrie, what I would do is probably still start with 2 and see how many you're using and see how many printables and mobiles that you're plugging in on that. With a family of 5, if you've got 3 boys, I would say that's probably more that you would need than my 5 girls. We all know about how much our crew eats, but I would see what you're dealing with in terms of how it's working for you with just 2 before you go more. Because the more inserts that you get, the more time this is going to take. So I don't know that you need to go, super overboard and stress yourself out, plus spend money to do that until you see that you really do wish, if only I had a couple more of these, we would have had enough. Or you're already buying more than you have coupons for anyway, then that would be a sign that maybe I do need to get some more inserts. What I mean by that, we want to get enough for 6 weeks. So if you're realizing, wow, I'm buying 4 every time it comes on sale, but I only have coupons for 2 of them, then it's a good sign to go ahead and get extras. But if you're not doing that, then I would stop with just the 2 and not get any more, because it costs money and it costs time to get them all set. Let's see. Okay. And then Lynn, I think that answers your questions as well. And Charity, yes, so some areas, thank you for mentioning this too, some areas do something called, in our area it's called a yes paper, and a free selects is what her area is calling it. So you can always call your local paper and see if they have the yes program. So in the Columbia, South Carolina area, this comes in a pink wrapper, and it's usually delivered on Monday, not on Sunday. So you can get that. It is all of the ads that were in the paper and the coupons, but it is not guaranteed. So if they run out or they didn't get sent enough for all of the subscribers, then they're not going to be in the yes paper. But it is a free option. So if you're looking for that, another way to save on papers too that folks always mention is the Dollar Tree. In most areas sells them for $1 on Sundays. And then Dollar General also tends to sell them cheaper, depends on your area, but you need to be there quickly because they do sell out. So finding what stores are offering the discounts, but making sure that is part of your Sunday morning routine, because they are not going to have Sunday papers on Wednesday still for $1. They sold out of those a lot earlier. So Retail Me Not is also not in some areas, Patricia. In terms of getting those in the mail, let me see if I can find the link. And that may be something that I have to give you the link to in a bit, because sometimes it just takes me a bit to find them. What you want to do is put in Retail Me Not and Home Mailer in terms of finding the inserts. But yeah, it's not coming up super fast for me. What I did find was how to, there we go. I don't know. I'll try to stick it in a bit. It's going to take me some Googling to find you guys the Retail Me Not link, but they do have a sign up page as well to make sure that they are in your particular area. They have a page to take your name out. I'm just not finding the page to put your name in very easily. Okay. And Donna, yes, so Donna's mentioning the PNGs. So if you go to the database on Southern Savers, I've got so many tabs pulled up. If you are at the coupon database on Southern Savers and you type in a PNG product, so we type in Tide, and you'll see the printables that are there. So you decide that you're going to print a printable coupon from Procter & Gamble's website. Please be warned that the printables that are here are only going to be good for 1 day once you print them. So the Tide coupon, the Gain coupon, whatever you end up printing, you have 1 day to use it. You want to print it the night before you go to the grocery store or the day of that you plan to go to the grocery store. They're the only brand that does this, but that is a very good warning for sure, because it is going to save you a lot of frustration on printing, if you didn't pay attention, then by the time you got to the store in 2 days, they're not any good for you. Okay. Do different areas get different coupons? Yes, they do, Elva. So again, to point out on the database, you actually can sit here on the coupon database and sort by your particular newspaper if you want. These are all sent in by volunteers, so I don't have every paper covered. We're always glad to add more papers, but someone needs to do that for your area, or you can do it. So volunteers send in what the differences are in their local paper. You can also see what these differences are. So if you go to the homepage on Southern Savers and you click on Sunday Ads, which is this blue button down here, it will pull up not only the insert preview, so every Wednesday we share what's coming in the paper, but above that is the variations of what was in each paper in each particular area. And you can pull these up and see. So I'm going to show you what Melissa sent in for the Huntsville Time, just so you can see it. So red, to give you how huge this exception is as you're asking and make it bigger, red means it was not in that city's paper. So here for Huntsville, you can see how much was red for them. They did not get those offers. So yes, when we're talking about differences, we also will see blue. And blue here means that it was one that was not in the preview, or it was a different value. Because in some cities, we're going to see $1 off 2. In some cities, we're going to see 75 cents off 1. But you get the idea. This is just one city, but look at all of that red that's there. So yes, the bigger the city that you get your paper from, the more coupons are in that city's paper. But the smaller the city, the less coupons are in that city's paper. So that was a chunk that Huntsville missed, but hopefully that helps you see how important it is to make sure that you are getting a good set of inserts. Oh goodness. So Mayhing says, I switched to an Epson EcoTank printer for her middle schooler, and you can't print from coupons.com on mobile devices now. Did they change something? So Mayhing, I'm not sure if Epson is AirPrint compatible. So you may be Android. So AirPrint is what the iOS system calls, and you just need to make sure that you have gone through and checked to make sure that that printer is on the list. And that could be the easiest problem as to why it's not working, is that it isn't compatible with your phone. Not all printers are AirPrint compatible. For Android, there are some apps that you can put on, and my husband might need to chime in for you on that one, Megan, and help you figure out that one. 'Cause I am not an Android girl, but I do know for iOS-wise that is the case. Oh, okay. So you're saying you can get everything else from the Epson. I don't think that they changed anything on their end. I know for some folks that printing mobile with coupons.com has never worked. So if you're already getting everything else, I would say maybe to try to contact them and see what they said in terms of a way to help, but I would probably just stick with the computer and printing to a PDF if that's what you need to do as well. Okay. And Miss J, you live on the East Coast and your paper's not there. So with the variations that are in the database, and again, you can plug in those variations even straight to your shopping list. So if you are finding that your newspaper isn't covered, or you've gone into your profile and you have tried to plug in a newspaper, so just to show you what I mean by that. So on Southern Savers, you can sit here and insert what newspapers you get so that your shopping list is tailored to your area. That's all done by volunteers. And if you are up for being a volunteer to do inserts, if you want to send me an email or a Facebook message, so jenny@southernsavers.com, or send me a Facebook message and I will gladly send you how to do it. It takes maybe 30 minutes a week, and then we enter them into the database for you. So you're just going to send us what was different in your paper, and then we'll do all the back end work to get them to be live for everyone and yourself to be able to use. Okay. And Patricia says, I wish I knew how to print from my phone. So the first thing really in terms of printing from your phone is making sure that you have a printer that is AirPrint compatible. If you are an iPhone person, and then once you do, then coming and you can do that from inside your settings. You'll see printers and whatnot. Normally, like, where is it? If y'all hadn't asked, I probably could have done it, and my husband's probably giggling because he's the one that I usually turn to and say, make this work. But it is inside your settings. There is a printer option, and you can go in. It will try to locate any printers that are nearby, and then will tell you that it is set up. What I would recommend before you start printing coupons from it, though, is that you do go in and make sure that you can print other things from it. Because if you try to print coupons, then you've lost your coupons just from that attempt. You don't get to print them again, and that's really a bummer. So make sure that it's happy printing other things before you dive in to printing printable coupons for sure. Do all stores accept competitor store coupons? So Jen, no, not all stores do. The three that you mentioned, Kroger, H-E-B, and CVS, none of those stores accept competitor coupons. Generally, and I'm not an expert on every store across the U.S., but I can tell you in the Southeast, Publix, Bi-Lo, some Winn-Dixie's, Lowe's Foods, Harris Teeter. Those are the big stores that accept competitor coupons. However, you can always go in to H-E-B or to Kroger, and tell them, like, hey, Kroger sent me these coupons, and I specifically the ones that are store coupons. These down here that are all manufacturer, they're going to take. But if I'm in H-E-B and I said, hey, Kroger sent me these coupons, can I use them here? Never hurts to ask, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yeah, just to be able to keep you in the store that you're in. They don't want to have you turn around and go to Kroger. They want you to shop where you are. You still have to ask. It's not part of the coupon policy, but never hurts to ask. Now, any that are manufacturer, so this guy, $1.50 off Freschetta pizza, it's a manufacturer's coupon. It has a manufacturer's barcode. It's going to work anywhere. So it doesn't matter that it has a little tiny Kroger logo on the bottom. This is a manufacturer's coupon, and I can turn around and use this in any store that I want to. The same for the coupons that print at the bottom of your receipt. So let's see if I can quickly find an example. Like I always used to call them sausage coupons because they're connected to all the other coupons that you printed. And of course, as I try to dig and find one, none are coming to the top. But this little bag that I'm going through, by the way, I showed you my, I can't find any. I showed you how I keep my inserts whole, but this is where I keep any of my loose coupons. This is really overkill, but you do have coupons that you've already cut that need a place to live. So, rather than having the stack of coupons, putting them in coupon organizer, putting them in a bag, putting them in something so that those loose coupons have a place to live is going to make you a lot happier. That's really the only way that you need to deal with it. So don't go overboard. Just something simple. A normal little coupon folder will do it, organized by locations in the store, and then you just keep what's loose. So if I fan this out, you'll notice a good chunk of it is actually empty because it's not. Most of my coupons are whole, sitting in their file folders, waiting for me to need them. I'm only putting in this bag the coupons that maybe I printed early, and I need to organize them too. I cleaned it out the other day and I just didn't get to throw them all away. Or coupons that I cut and then ended up not using in the store, or you end up with your dispenser coupons. So you've got to have a place for these things to live. That's where this is going to come in handy. So it's just organized by location in the store. You can go as big as you want, but you're not going to have a ton to put in it. So don't go too big, or you've just kind of made something huge that you have to carry around with you. Now, I normally don't mention it, but I did pull this out. So since we're talking organization, I have no doubt that some of you have this, or you know somebody that does, but you can always consider going here. This causes me anxiety and makes me want to, go take Prozac, or it just stresses me out. But this is coupons that are stored in baseball card sheets, and you've got them in a huge binder, and you're probably looking at a good hour and a half to get them in here. So the idea of this does not work for me. I love that I can sit down, print my shopping list, and literally be walking into the store within an hour. So to show you this too, I have things all around me tonight. So this is a Publix list from a few weeks ago. So I'm going to sit down, I'm going to cut the coupons. I even write next to it how many I plan to get for those products, so that when I get to the store, I don't even have to think about it. The shopping list tells me, buy 2 bags and 2 K-cups of Starbucks coffee, buy 1 of this, buy 2 of this. So I have numbers all the way down, so I know what my plan is, and I'm done. I've cut the coupons. You could put them in a Ziploc bag if you wanted to. I don't have to take everything with me, but it's nice and simple and sweet. So a good 45 minutes and I'm out the door. Meanwhile, the folks in that big, huge binder, they're still cutting their coupons from Sunday. They aren't even ready to go to the store. So, but everybody's different. Yeah, Ingrid's chiming in and saying, I love my binders. She has one for food and one for non-food. So that just stresses me out, but everybody's different. So I'm glad that it's working for you. For me, if you were to come, and I don't even think I could hold it close enough, Ingrid, but this was my binder. And if I were to hold it close enough for you, the coupons on the top, they expired, these Gerbers. These were Publix mailers. They expired in 2009. So this is just show and tell. But I hit a point where I could not keep up with it. It just takes a lot of time, and it became a burnout. As Wendy was asking earlier when we first got started, it became burnout for me. And that is where I moved very quickly to just keeping them whole in an accordion file system and just dealing with them when my shopping list told me to deal with them, and not having to think about them outside of that shopping list time. So, it's everybody finds a system that works for them. For us, we are so stocked on items that there isn't a crisis mode. We ran out of butter in the fridge today. Great. Go to the freezer because there's 7 packages of butter in the freezer. There's never we must go to the store right now and get this. It exists somewhere in the pantry or in the outside freezer. We have the space. So not having to keep all the coupons cut takes a lot of pressure off of me and makes it a lot easier. Oh, Miss J, this box, I stole it from my husband. I don't know that you could even find this in a store. He had his high school papers in it, and I found it in the garage. But you will find hanging file folder boxes in Staples and in Office Depot, and they're maybe $6 or $7. So you probably won't be able to find this guy. I would imagine that it's from the 90s. If we wanted to put a date on it, I won't go specific beyond that. And in terms of my binder, someone was saying that you love the color. This was a Staples purchase, but it was a Staples purchase 10 years ago. So I don't know that you're going to find it anymore, but it was a fun one. And it does have, if you're really, really wanting it, 2 3 rings in it, so that I did have one side that was grocery and one side that wasn't, because I know that's where so many of you guys go. I tried it, and I probably did it for 3 or 4 months before I just burnt out and couldn't do it anymore. So hopefully that gives you, it's just kind of being honest with what works for folks. So not a binder girl, but still a heavy couponer, and it works great for us. So everybody's different for sure. Yeah. But hopefully that helps you guys get some ideas of how you could coupon it and kind of get your things organized with the least amount of time too. Okay, we're way over on time. I'm going to go ahead and hop off, but we will be back next Monday night, same time, same place. If you ever have any topics that you want me to cover, feel free to chime in with those. I also meant to tell you guys, don't forget that this is the last day of Memorial Day shopping, so we posted a ton of online deals today. But if there is something big that you've been wanting, you probably want to do some hunting for it tonight. And one store in particular that I would mention is Kohl's. Kohl's has triple stacking coupons today, and they have lowered their threshold for Kohl's Cash. So you can get $10 off any $25 purchase, 20% off any furniture, patio, or rugs maybe. I can't remember what the third item is. And then 20% off your entire purchase, and then earn $5 in Kohl's cash back on any $25 purchase. So at least hit Kohl's before midnight and take advantage of those if there's things that you wanted. It made rugs like 75% off and some furniture deals too. So it's definitely worth looking at. But a lot of others. Also, a little tip, if this totally stresses you out that I'm telling you this at 9:45, probably 90% of the stores, Kohl's will not be one of them, but 90% of the other stores will all send you an email tomorrow saying they've extended their Memorial Day sale. So don't worry about all the little stores. We'll see all of their sales be carried over into tomorrow, even though they didn't appear to do that today. But the big stores, Kohl's, Macy's, if there's something that you wanted there, they don't tend to extend their sales. So that would be the ones that you'd want to look at tonight before it ended. So thanks for joining me tonight. I hope that you learned something new or figured out how to use something new. I'd love your feedback on the new public list that I shared as well. So if you have any tips or ways that we can change it, please let me know on that one. And again, anytime you have any questions, send me an email, jenny@southernsavers.com, or a Facebook message. So thanks again for joining, guys, and y'all have a great week.